John Donahue at Parnell Tavern in Parnell, Iowa. How's it going?
Good.
So tell me a little bit about the Parnell Tavern, how it got started, how you got involved.
I bought this place in 1981. I opened it up January 29th, 1981. And bought it from a relative of mine who passed away. And all the locals wanted me to run it. And I ran it for quite a few years and sold it for a while. And I ended up buying it back. And I think it's going to be my retirement job. It's a great community. And got great people here. Will enjoy yourselves here.
Okay, so Parnell isn't that large of a town, and they always say every small town has at least a church and a bar. So clearly Parnell has that. But what is it about the Parnell Tavern that's made it last so long if the town seems like it's shrinking?
It's just the rural community, the farmers. It's just a fun place for everybody to come and communicate. I mean, they're just such down-to-earth people around here, and the rural community, and it's just good people. I mean, that's what they keep coming back.
All right, tell me about these bottles you got going on here.
That's a kind of an advanced system.
It's pretty fancy.
It's just make sure you get what amount of liquor you should be getting. It's we do a 1 3/4 ounce pour on all the drinks, and at the bar you push a button and that's what you get, 1 3/4 ounces every
No
time.
extra strong drinks for Eric and I while we're here.
Nope, it's not light, it's not heavy, and so you get what you get every time.
That's perfect. That's
This
great.
makes it pretty accurate. I started this place when I was 21 years old.
Wow.
And so gonna keep it a long time.
So did you grow up in the bar atmosphere then, since you said you bought it from a relative? So was it in your blood? What made you decide I wanted to run a tavern?
No, I actually had worked for my dad. He was in the painting business, and just wanted something to do. Everybody thought I would be the person to run this place, and it kind of got pushed on to me a little bit, maybe. And I didn't know if I could do it or not, but from day one, it was a huge success. And yeah, back then in '81, we opened at 8 o'clock in the morning, and there's people waiting at the door. And so many days, you know, I was here at 8 in the morning, and a lot of days I worked from 8 in the morning till 2 in the morning. I mean, 16-hour shift, 18-hour shifts. So.
Okay, and so back then when you opened, what made it almost a 24-hour bar? Was it people getting off third shift somewhere? What was it that made it such an appealing place to come at 8 in the morning?
It was farmers that came in here. The culture was a lot different back then. Farmers, retired people that came in and come in for a coffee, play little cards, just talk about what they might do during the day, have a coffee, play cards, usually a beer, 10-ounce beer, and a shot of whiskey was very popular.
Okay.
At 8 in the morning, and realistically, the place is the same size, same amount of tables, same bar space, and you know, at 8, 9 o'clock, the place was almost full.
Wow. And so when did that start to change? What changed that dynamic?
It changed probably in the later '80s, probably, as some of that age group started passing away. And used to be an elevator in town here when that wasn't here anymore. I mean, farmers would bring their grain to town, and as they waited, this was a place to come. It's only a block away, and you know, it's kind of like a lot of small towns. There's a bar near the old elevators. If you really look at it, there is. If you look at small towns in Iowa, you find the old elevators that are still standing. There's a bar close by, and it's the same scenario here.
So I hear you've had maybe some celebrities kind of come through the bar.
Oh, we do get local people. A hunting club out west of town here that, yeah, we do get a lot of hunters and people from all over the country. You've got a local young guy that plays football. NFL. He brings people to his hunting club and a lot of them stop in here and some leave between hunts and stuff. Good support for this business.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, see people from all over the country come in here and
Some wrestlers from the past, maybe?
we used to get a lot of sports people like in the early 80s when I first started the place. From Iowa City, we get a few basketball players, wrestlers,
Oh, right.
football players. Yeah, it was kind of a place to get out of town, I guess. And,
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was a little different back then. It was drinking age was 18, I guess, back in the 70s and 80s. And I think it went to 19 and just out of the way place where people would come. So always had a good business, a good reputation for a fun place. Yeah, back in 1985 we had a centennial 100-year anniversary of Parnell, Irish town. John Stewart Parnell settled Parnell, and so we had a centennial. And back then it was kind of started as wrestling, like WWE and stuff. We had some of the most famous people here. Bulldog Bob Brown, Andre the Giant was supposed to come, but he didn't make it. I think he was sick or something at the time, but some of the really famous guys were out here at our school gym and they wrestled, and it was a big attraction.
So tell me a little bit about, you said, in the late 80s some of that demographic started passing away and like the elevator went away and stuff. You getting a lot of new younger people to come in and be part of that demographic, or what's it look like?
Yeah, I do. It's young farmers. It's a farming community, and it's mostly it is younger people that are in the agriculture business. I think is the majority of my crowd here.
Okay, and I know that sometimes you do things like karaoke and stuff like that. What other types of events or things do you have going that bring people in?
I do a street dance once in a while, once a year, and it's huge. This is just a town that everybody loves to come to. It's known as the Irish town, and huge Irish town, and old car show events. The car show stuff I think will be huge this year. Like just a drive and dine, come and get a burger and that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's kind of what we got going on. It's just a good destination point to go and sit and relax.
Okay, and I noticed you got like an outdoor patio and outdoor tables and stuff. Do you do stuff out there too, like live music, or is that mainly in here?
We do music outside and do the dummy board things, bags, tournaments out there, and yeah, it's a pretty good atmosphere out there too.
And so you guys offer obviously the bar atmosphere. You've got games, you got pool, you got just camaraderie. Do you offer food and stuff as well?
We do a little bit, yeah, pretty minimal. Just burgers, tenderloins, appetizers, just enough to get you by.
Okay. And do you have a specialty, like something that you're known for?
Not really. It's just a good stopping place. I mean, so many people that they just want to come in, and it's a relaxing atmosphere. There's no drama, zero drama. I mean, it's just a come in, have a good time. You can say whatever the heck you want. Nobody's going to be offended, and that's kind of what it is.
Okay. And do you have like a signature drink or anything you do?
Not really. No, it's simple.
It's very simple, yeah.
It's very simple. No, we don't do credit cards. We keep it really simple. It's a cash bar, and that's what it is. Yeah, we don't have much of a kitchen here. We just do enough to get by. Is pretty much what we do.
Your menu seemed pretty good though. I mean,
Yeah,
for a small town, if you needed lunch or a snack,
Yeah, just
come
pass.
in for supper.
Yep, just pass it through or whatever, and
Derek and I are getting some cheese balls.
doesn't take long to cook cheese balls.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
There you go.
Nice.
So in Parnell's Tavern here, Do you see any changes coming in the near future as to how you operate or what you want to do or add?
Do a little bit of improvement on the beer garden, so make it a little more comfortable drinking beer out there, I guess. But gonna improve that a little bit. Need a little more area. I can totally see things getting better here. I'm gonna commit my time here at some point. Moving on to food business, have a committed food menu that other people don't do, something different for their area. I think that will attract people. We have fish fries here. We do roasted chicken here, and when we do it, it's crazy. This town is only 200 people, and it's huge when we do stuff.
I bet. Yeah, I live in a town of 200 people, and we don't have a bar, and so we're one of that odd.
Yeah.
But it's nice when you do have things that people do come out for and support. So it's always great. Okay. So what's the plan when you decide that you're going to officially retire?
I'm going to keep this a long time. So yeah, it's just so fun. There's such good people. The conversation is different than you'll find any place. It's just it's going to be a long time. Yeah, I cannot see the day that I would ever give this up because it's a good enjoyment.
So tell people how they can find you.
Location-wise, easiest thing is 220 exit off of Williamsburg, straight south 7 miles.
Okay. And
Straight south 7 miles off the 220 exit of Williamsburg.
what's your online presence?
We do have a Facebook and a website. We do Parnell Tavern.
So, I'm obviously not from here. So when I come in when you're open and active, will people stare at me funny? Like, dude,
No.
obviously they don't know me.
No, that's the thing about it. You come in, sit down, and they're going to say hello, and you can have a conversation just instantly, and it doesn't matter who you are.
That's great.
Yeah, and it's really a good atmosphere, and nobody cares about anything. You'll have your conversation. There's no drama. You're just here to come out and have fun.
Perfect. Awesome.
What do you think of this place?
I mean, you have to think that a town of 200 people with a bar like this, it's just crazy. And the people have been coming in and out ever since we've been here.
It's pretty packed for a Friday night, and just the list of people he talked about who have been in here, like the wrestlers, the pro wrestlers, and
Pro football players,
other
all
people
that type of stuff. I mean, it's...
I want to help, but I mean that's cool, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, it's all the time. He was saying how this used to be the community place. People had like the old diners and stuff that they'd go to, and that's where everybody congregated, whether it's barber shop or whatever it is. And that's what this place was to Parnell. And it still is. People still come here. They still talk. They accept everybody. We haven't felt ostracized from being here. Nobody knows us, clearly. And it's great because it still has that small town feel. It's a congregation spot. And that's what keeps small town like this alive. They have somewhere to go. They have somewhere to be connected. And it's important.
Well, and he talked about the pheasant hunting and some other things that they do. So, they keep the rural values alive, but it's still a fun place to hang out just when there's nothing going on, too.
Well, and he said that a lot of places, back in the 80s and 90s, a lot of those people have long since died, but younger people are coming in. It's generational. People have stayed around here. They come and they support. And if you support local, you get that kind of longevity out of something that you wouldn't anywhere else.
And not only that, but you could go to this bar and probably hear a fascinating story from anyone sitting there.
Anyone, any age, sitting at the table. And they all remember something. They all do something. He was talking about the free fish fries they used to do. When people would bring in fish from all over the country, they'd just serve it and it'd be free. I mean, you don't hear a lot of things like that. A lot of places use it as fundraisers and stuff. They do it as a community get-together, and it shows in how everybody supports this.
And these cheese balls were fantastic.
Yeah, and so if you're in Parnell or even in the region, it's worth taking a detour to come here, have a drink, have some food, have a good time.
Cheers!
Cheers!